How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ralph. Today we're going to be taking a look at some recent Pokemon rumors, leaks, stuff like that. So let's get right into it, shall we? Starting things off with this one right here. So first things first, this was posted over on r/PokeLeaks, which is a Reddit subpage that basically you can go to where people post possibly leaks and stuff like that. And apparently what this shows is a picture of what would be a Scarlet and Violet regional variant, or regional form as they're called, a version of Oddish. And if you don't know what Oddish is this Pokemon right here. And this is supposed to be a version of it that looks kind of like a pineapple, I'm not going to lie. Kind of a strange one. Now, I'm going to be honest, of course, as per usual, these things have to be taken with a mountain of salt. First things first, though, Soul Silver Art does have some interesting things, I guess, to say, which, you know, if you don't know who Soul Silver Art is, he is a leak analyst, a coin I termed for people that kind of analyze leaks and rumors and try to give a bit more context to them. But he says, what's crazy is, I could see this being real over the Quoxley concept. Oddish line hasn't gotten anything since Gen 2, and the beta 3D renders kind of look like this. But Scarlet and Violet is way beyond this by now, and honestly, it's totally fake. Design is very Game Freak, though, same as Pokemon Go 3D Model 2. But yeah, it does look good, but that's the honest truth is, I've seen a lot of these kind of artworks before. There are people that make fake 3D models all the time for Pokemon, but this isn't the only one in this vein. We did have something else show up today, which is this right here. It is seemingly what's showing off a regional variant of Diglett. Now, Diglett already had a regional variant before, and here we just have another one. Okay, so just another one added to it. Now, this Diglett, in its design, looks oddly similar to one of those background clouds from Super Mario. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I want to kind of like find one to show you guys, but it basically looks kind of similar to those like Mario clouds, like Mario cloud background. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like, but it kind of looks like one of those, which is really weird because it just, I don't get it. Why? Like, it's just so odd compared to everything else. Now, as for what this image actually says, because there are Japanese texts here, Pokesutami actually translated it. The top, like, thingy you see on the top there, it's like a little piece of Japanese, like a Japanese, like, letter or whatever, that actually says moon on it, interestingly. And this is something that a lot of these fake leaks have been doing recently, is just putting, like, little Japanese, like, text or bottles or items or whatever around to match up. But this one is kind of cool though, because you got the front, you got the back. The text there says click to push. Type is groundwater, and then strength of geysers. So the idea of it being a geyser of sorts, which I don't know how that fits with Scarlet and Violet, because those are based on I guess, I mean, they're based on, you know, Portugal and of course Spain. I don't know if there are geysers there. I know there are geysers in like Iceland. I don't know if there are any there. I do think there are possibly, like, not geysers, but something similar to that kind of stuff within, I think, Spain, but I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. Again, I do not have the context for this. I could be totally off on my guess here, but I want to know what you guys think about this one. Do you think it's a possibly real one? A lot of people do think it is. A lot of people do think that the actual Oddish one is real as well, but again, I want to know your thoughts and opinions, because that's the best way to formulate on what we think about this. So this one, by the way, was posted on, I think, the PokeLeaks Reddit again first, if we're going to go based on that. And here is what was being said by Pokesutami about this one. New translation. Read the thread and notes for opinions. If this, you know, like, if this is your work, let us know, you know, in case, you know, you made this thingy, you know, if you're the person who actually put it out. There is another image here, which is a more blurry one, which is weird. And then, of course, the final one. But yeah, so the first page is dedicated solely to a picture and the Pokemon name. The only real interesting thing about the text is that it is clearly typed, meaning it avoids handwriting mistakes like I have mentioned in the previous two rumored leaks. The letter there being regular size when they should have the smaller, as it was used as a word lengthener. I feel like for most artists, it would be easier to just handwrite notes, but I'm not an artist, so I don't know. It feels like someone avoiding being read for incorrect handwriting on a language they are copying from Google Translate. And the onomatopoeia words being used, particularly those which translates as click, but it's the tongue of a click. Source will be in the next comment, but yeah, there is where it's from. It's on Reddit. And also, that letter right there, it's also randomly seen on a pink piece of paper at the top of the page. The base form of it means moon, but also used to using the words like that word right there, which is Monday and June 6th, I guess, as well as others. Seems like a random inclusion, which is really odd. But I'm going to be honest with you, I think this one is fake. I think this one's a doo-doo. I don't think it's real, but there you go. That's my thoughts. Let's move on to the next thing, which is we have had a lot of stuff recently. This one was from yesterday. I'm going to tell you this one, obvious fake. This one's obvious fake. This one, I mean, come on, let's not even joke about this one. You know what that is. It's mother effing Garfield, okay? It's mother effing Garfield, all right? Like, the memes, it's getting a little insane now, okay? It's getting a little insane. I've seen too many of these. But it leads me into something else, though, which is actually interesting, like speculation, etc., if you want to call it that. But basically, there's been some tweets, I think, from Masuda recently. But here's what it says. Could be nothing, but a few weeks ago, Masuda posted this. He's known for hinting in tweets, and it's almost certain he's working on Scarlet and Violet. So when we search Starlings in Iberia, this is what we get. I think, well, he says, a Starly line regional form. Maybe, but I think it could be a new mon based on a all-black Starling. And what he's talking about here, if we look here, there's a tweet. Good morning, everyone. I found a cute bird. What kind of bird is it? And then, you know, like, thank you, everyone, for telling me. Starling. I'm so shocked. Laughs. Now, if you don't know Masuda, you might think that, oh, it's just a guy seeing a bird. It's definitely nothing serious. It's Masuda. Every time he tweets something, you have to understand. If you don't know who Masuda is, he's one of the people that works at Game Freak. Not anymore. Now he works for the Pokemon Company. But he's been the person who's directed, the person who's taking care of the development of multiple Pokemon generations. He's always kind of involved. He's the person who always goes to other countries to take inspiration and decide kind of what the next generation and region is going to be based on. And when he tweets stuff, multiple times in the past, when he's tweeted things, those are genuine, actual hints that he gives us secretly. And what he's talking about here is the Spotless Starling. The Spotless Starling is a passerine bird in the Starling family. It is closely related to the common Starling and has been more restricted in range, confined to the Iberian Peninsula. Interesting, right? Very, very interesting that we're talking about a Starling, which is what Starly in this case is based on, right? So is it possible in this case that we're going to get a regional form or a separate evolution or something like that? I don't know. But he says here, if it wasn't clear enough, I know Starly was shown in the trailer. That's why I said Starly line. A regional form like maybe Staravia, Staraptor gets regional form, or like others have suggested, maybe a new split regional evolution. As I also said, I'm leaning towards it being a whole new mon. Could be that too, a Pokemon based on a Iberian, you know, version of the Starling in this case, like the one we just talked about. Also, I implore you to give this thread a read. There are so many great opportunities for bird Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, and the Blackbird Spotless Starling is one of them. Though the Magpie and especially the Albia should definitely be Pokemon. And this is a post here by Ateri, who goes further into the possibilities of what could be some possible Pokemon to base the birds on. There's a lot of opportunities here to go through for what could work, right? In this case, you've got the Mirlo or the Blackbird, which could work. We also have the Astornino and also the Spotless Starling, I guess, or that's the other name for it. Uraka or Magpie. You also have the Abia or Hopoi, Hupoi, it's a weird name, the Lavandera Blanca or the White Wagtail, and I guess there's also this one, the Gilguero, which might be a reddish or yellowish in Spain, which is introduced in case of a Shellos and Sinnoh, which I don't know how that would work, but either way. And then, of course, you have this one as well, the Black Vulture, which this one looks sick, I'm not going to lie, this thing looks sick. But my point is, okay, anything's possible. We could easily have them implement, you know, a regional form evolution for Starly. Last point I totally missed, depending on what an actual Japanese says, but if we're going to talk, taking this all as a hint, it could be electric, probably flying type. And what we're referring to here, I guess, is specifically Starling. I'm so shocked, but it's really weird that he would say that, right? Not sure I'm going anywhere with this. It's a very rough speculation. He mentioned shocked, could refer as an electric shock, maybe electric Starly line, which would be sick. And I mean, he would have known what bird, you know, Starly is based on, obviously. So I don't know why would he be shocked by it, which is true. Why would he be shocked by such a thing? Because at the end of the day, he was literally one of the people who made Diamond and Pearl. He should know about Starly. He should know all the Pokemon, you know, because he's one of the people who works on this franchise non-stop. So yes, I want to know what you guys think about all this. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? And what do you think about all this? Like, I'm just curious.